Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a you versus them love reading for Taurus. We'll explore your energy, the energy of the person on your mind, and the dynamic between you. Not to fix or chase anyone, but to support your clarity, self-trust, and emotional steadiness. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance. For my Taurus, please. Okay, so your person is showing up as the Death card, Scorpio energy. You're showing up here as the Three of Swords, okay? What's going on between the two of you? We see the Seven of Cups. All right, so definitely some confusion, a lot of wondering about each other, feeling maybe unclear about where you stand or if there's potentially a new beginning. We see the Moon card. You could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. The Moon card can also be someone who has secrets, but it can also be that they have very deep secret feelings for you. All right, and that, but let's see. Let's keep going. This person might also be going through a really tough time. The moon can be a bit of a scary landscape. It can be depression, anxiety, not sure, if they're seeing things correctly. So that really tracks here with confusion on their part. It feels like there's been a really painful ending. They feel blocked here, maybe by a third party. Okay, they may feel like, Taurus, you might be dealing with someone else, or maybe you moved on with someone else, or, third parties don't always have to be romantic rivals, though. It can be family, it can be friends, it can be responsibilities, it can be work schedules and things like that. They're viewing you as the Ten of Swords. Wow, Taurus, this person is feeling it. They are feeling it. Most likely they're a water sign or they have strong water in their chart, but they are feeling this ending so deeply and they're feeling so confused. A lot of depression, anxiety. I'm seeing this person shedding tears. They're viewing you as the Three of Swords. I'm sorry, you're showing up as the Three of Swords. All right, they're viewing you as the Ten of Swords. So you may have broken this person's heart, or maybe they know they really hurt you. All right, now you're showing up as the Magician card, Virgo, Gemini energy. So despite this heartbreak, despite this sadness, this disappointment, I feel like, my Taurus, you're doing everything in your power to pick yourself up and move forward. You're also probably in this energy of looking at, okay, what is the lesson to be learned here? What is it that I need to know? What is the lesson to be learned? How can I transmute this into wisdom? How can I move forward? How can I focus on me, my work, my family? And you're viewing this person as the Six of Swords. So you may feel like this person moved on easily. Okay, that is anything but the case. All right, so the Seven of Pearls, Seven of Cups here tells me there's a lot of confusion. I do feel like you both are living rent-free in each other's heads. This person is viewing the connection as the Two of Swords. They've made a decision. They want a new beginning, or they want to communicate. And you're viewing the connection as a Chariot card in reverse. It's come to a full stop. There's distance here. So I would definitely say, Taurus, even though this has been heartbreaking or this has been upsetting, you are doing a much better job of moving on from this, picking yourself up, picking up the pieces and moving on. And this person, they want to talk. They want a new beginning. Now, you're showing up as the Queen of Cups. So you may have feelings for this person. You may even love this person. But I do think you need to know how they feel, or they know they need to come in and communicate with you, because it's like you're acting accordingly. You're heartbroken, but you may have moved on to somebody else. You're heartbroken, but you're in Magician energy. You're transmuting. You're looking at the lessons to be learned. You're moving on. And you feel like this person has moved on, but they have done anything but, okay? And most likely with that, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, especially like if they're a Cancer or Scorpio, you may not fully know how they're feeling. All right, let's see what we need to know about them, Taurus. Fire, Spirit, energy. So I do think this person is like building up courage. You know, I'm seeing somebody like plugging in, getting energy, trying to gas themselves up, trying to get that, you know, the courage to move forward, recharging, trust. Okay. So I don't know if there are trust issues between the two of you, but I feel like Taurus, this person does trust you, or trusts that there's a possibility that they can come back into your life, and stability. That's what they're looking for. And I think that's what this person really wants to offer you as well. I think they miss that. You know, Taurus energy is very stable, very generous, very grounded. So I do feel like they feel if they come at you correctly, or if they come at you correct, that they can have this stability with you, or that they can trust that you'll give them an answer, or you'll respond at the very least. All right, we see camera coming through. So this person is reminiscing, they're missing you. They are so stuck on you, Taurus. That's what I want to say, my Taurus collective. They are so stuck on you, and they want to make new memories. All right, some of you, a considerable amount of time has passed. And again, you're viewing them as just like they've moved on. You have feelings for this person, you had feelings, there was heartbreak, disappointment, sadness, but you know, you feel like they've moved on, and this person has needed their time, or are taking their time. But they want to heal. They want to make progress. They want to see forward movement here. All right. Let's see what advice and guidance, or what's going on in your energy. All right, Hammer. Okay, so a lot of you feel this person may have sabotaged this connection. You've been focusing on rebuilding. That's the Magician card. Rebuilding after heartache, rebuilding after loss, after disappointment. But some of you are open to working on this. If you know how this person feels, or if they do come at you in the right energy, you feel like you can trust them and they're offering you stability. I do feel like some of my Taurus are like, hell yeah, if this person comes back in that energy, I'd work on it. Okay, but there's also been considerable heartbreak. All right, so deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. That's their energy for sure. But I also know, my Taurus, you experienced, or you are experiencing that here as well. Okay. So let's see what Spirit wants to say about this connection. What do my Taurus, or my Taurus collective, need to know about this connection? Marriage, this relationship is moving towards sacred union. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. And passion, try something you've never done before. You know, I'm kind of getting here, Taurus. I mean, obviously it depends on what happened between the two of you, and no good reader, including myself, are going to recommend you go back to somebody who cheated on you, who was abusive, who hurt you, you know, who you can't trust. But if there are no deal breakers here, right, this to me is second chance energy. A second chance at stability, if there's trust here between the two of you. I mean, I do see that with marriage and passion coming through. Okay, so in the next couple of days or week or so, what are their actions toward you? King of Swords, communication coming in alignment. Death card, talking to you about this ending, but also what has transformed and what they know needs to change. You know, I like this energy. It's pretty crystal clear. And again, this person's feelings run way deeper than you realize. Like some of my Taurus, you just may be assuming that this person has just moved on. Like it didn't mean much to them. And you are going to be so surprised that how stuck they are on you. And again, some of you, this was from a long time ago. For others of you, it's, you know, it's still pretty tender. You're feeling pretty raw still. All right, let's go ahead and see what Spirit's advice and guidance is for my Taurus. Advice and guidance, please, for my Taurus. Self-actualization. You're on the road to achieve your full potential. Understand your core strengths and use them to your advantage. Okay, very nice. So this is also about being self-focused, which I do think you're doing. You're rebuilding, you know, and you're focused on your full potential, what you can achieve. All right, so using your core strengths to your advantage. And we see love, deep, unconditional, healthy love wants you. And for a lot of my Taurus, it might be with this person. All right. And at the bottom of the deck, we see protection. The need for energetic, emotional, or physical boundaries is necessary for you at this time. Okay, so you can achieve your full potential, so that you can move forward, so you can find balance, so you can see clearly whether or not this is a connection you want to move forward with or not. All right, so I'm going to leave it here. It feels like you're going to have incoming communication soon that's going to give you the clarity that you need, or maybe even be surprised clarity about how this person is really feeling. All right, my lovely Taurus, I hope these messages help. Sending you love and light. Take care.